Hey guys, we're out in the lawn. Gonna be spraying for some clover, and we're gonna got to spray for a little bit of crabgrass in our neighbor's lawn, and we're also going to be hitting some nutsedge. Got lots of nutsedge in one really low spot of our lawn, and several spots of clover. But we're going to be zapping that today with some Tenacity, and I wanted to take you through how I mix mine up. Tenacity is a great product. It's not a big box store weed killer. I'll put a link where you guys can order it up. You have to mix it into a sprayer. So it's not a just a pull it out and spray it type of a product. You got to put a little bit more effort into it, mixing it up in a hand can and spray it out that way. It's more of a professional grade product, but the difference is it actually works, and I found that it works in one shot. Essentially what it does is it blocks the plant from taking up producing any chlorophyll. So what it'll do, which is kind of cool, is over time it will actually turn the clover or the nutsedge, crabgrass white and kill it within a couple of weeks. So it's really effective, works great. Thought I'd share it with you guys since it's been pretty useful for me on keeping our lawn looking nice. So why don't we go over here and we'll mix up a batch. Alright guys, so I got a hand sprayer here that holds 2 gallons of water. We filled it up with 2 gallons of clean water. Here's the Tenacity. Again, great product, safe for the kids and the pets as long as you use it as directed. You want to be sure to check out the label on it. But you want to mix it with a couple of other products. You want to use a surfactant. Essentially what that will do is if you spray this just alone on the weeds have a tendency of having a coating or probably a protective coating, I guess, nature, where liquids like this will just roll off of it. So to help the Tenacity to stick to the weed, you want to put a little bit of surfactant in the mix. So this is our surfactant. The other thing is with Tenacity, you don't want to really overdo it on spraying it. You want to hit the weed and move on to the next weed. You don't want to overly saturate it, because that could damage your grass if you went wild and crazy with it. So I got a little bit of marking glue. Essentially this is just a temporary dye that we put in our solution, and when we spray it out on the lawn, it will make the lawn blue there for a couple of days, just so that we're able to mark exactly where we're putting it down. So you got our 2 gallons of water. What I do for me, so it's easier for me to remember, is I put a number. You see a number on each one of these. There's a 1 on the Tenacity, a 4 on the marking blue, and then a 3 on the surfactant. And that just marks for the teaspoons. The Tenacity, when you buy it, comes with a syringe. That's really cool that it has marked on there the number of teaspoons as a relation to the number of gallons of water. So we've got 2 gallons of water, so we're going to use 1 teaspoon of Tenacity. We're going to use 4 teaspoons, essentially this full syringe of the marking blue. And then we're going to use 3 teaspoons of the surfactant. That mix, I found, gives a really good mix to the solution and gives me really good results. So let's put on some gloves here, and we'll mix this up. You want to make sure that you shake up the Tenacity real good. It's a little bit of a thicker solution. Kind of reminds me of cough medicine or something like that. So we'll use the syringe, and remember we're going for the 1 teaspoon for the Tenacity. Alright, right at 1 teaspoon there. So we'll spray that in there. cool thing is the syringe. I only use the syringe for Tenacity, and I only use the marking blue and the surfactant for my Tenacity. So I can utilize that syringe that it comes with to pull out the rest of the mix here. So surfactant, we're going for 3. So we're going to draw that all the way up to the 3 mark. Again, the surfactant is what's going to give this solution the stick. Sticking to the weeds. Okay. Now we've got the marking blue. This stuff can get a little bit messy, so again, you want to make sure you have your rubber gloves on, so that you don't end up with blue hands for a few days. Again, we're going to fill up the syringe pretty much all the way on this one. Again, pretty nifty that it just fits right in there. Alright, so we got that mix up. We'll want to wash that syringe out just with regular water. But what you can do then is take your hand can, want to make sure you give it a real good shake. And you're ready to go. So that's it, guys. Pretty simple project. What you want to do again is you just go around the yard, use the marking blue. It's going to tell you if you've covered the weed. Just run over it one time. You don't have to saturate it. Run over it one time, and within a few days you should start to see results. I know that it takes, the bottle says 7 to 14 days, but my history of it is I've seen just 2 or 3 days you can start to see the effects. And it will, like I said, actually change the weeds white. So it's kind of cool there. So until next time, guys, just wanted to share that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.